Now next presentation we have innovative telecom equipment from India by Mr. Sanjay Nayak, Vice Chairman TEPC and CEO Tejas Networks Limited. Now it's all yours, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Honorable Deepak ji, Abhishek ji, and all the guests from abroad, and my friends from the industry. So I actually took innovation a little bit further, what Pathak ji said. So I'm going to talk about why telecom exports is a multi-billion-dollar opportunity from India, sorry, and why India should really be the one to play a big role in the next phase of telecom growth in the world. Globally, every year, about $300 billion worth of stuff is spent on telecom industry, starting from mobile communication, optic fiber communication, passive infrastructure, and everything else. And about 40% of this capex every year, which is around $120 billion, is being spent on emerging markets. These are countries like India. These are countries which are underdeveloped. These are countries which have the same challenges that India has just gone through and is going through as you talk of the next phase of data revolution. India is focusing on the emerging markets. If you really see the profile of people who are here today, they are pretty much from Southeast Asia, Africa, Latin America. And this represents an area where India, as Rajiv ji said earlier, is possibly better equipped than anybody else in the world to deliver higher quality, more robust, more cost-effective solutions than anywhere else. And realistically, as TEPC, we have set a target that we're going to target to get about 10% of this emerging market, which results in a $10 billion exports opportunity per year over the next few years. And this is something which we feel is possible and is possibly going to be one of the largest export sector that India can have. So why India? So I have 6 reasons, very simple, as to why India can be taken as a trusted long-term partner for you. Number 1, I think experience in executing cost-effective and rugged projects. The scale in India is enormous. We are having an ambitious plan of Government of India connecting 250,000 villages over about 500,000 kilometers of greenfield fiber. This kind of rollout in the tough conditions that we are talking of hasn't happened anywhere in the world. India is doing it, and something, I'm sorry, that we'll be very, very proud to share experiences around the world. Government support. Actually, telecom export has now become a very core part of India's export promotion strategy. We have been working with all the foreign missions of India. We've been in touch with all the embassies over here. And we really feel that the expertise India is going to give going forward, like what we have done in terms of IT services, the next phase of technology coming from India, which is proven in India, is going to be in the telecom side. And government is going to support in every form, including line of credit, as our Honorable Prime Minister has announced for the ASEAN region. Similar lines of credit are available for Africa. There's a $10 billion line of credit available for Africa total. I'm sure a big chunk of that can be used for telecom, and so on and so forth. So really, big standing government support is very important. End-to-end solution. In the last 5 years or 10 years, I would say, the telecom equipment landscape has changed. 10 years back or 15 years back, if we were talking about industry in India, we didn't have enough industry. I'm sorry. Today, we have pretty much everything that is needed to build a next generation network, starting from mobile, whether it's 4G, 3G, 2G, optical infrastructure in terms of data transportation, packet networks, switches, routers, everything else. Every single thing is available in India today. Software, of course, we are always available. We have fiber, we have batteries, everything that you need. The next one is partnership approach. This is a fundamental different thing India is going to do compared to some other neighbors of ours who have already done a lot of exports in the world, but only sold equipment. Their people run the networks. We don't believe in that. We believe in training the local people. So there's a program from industry as well as government to set up telecom training academies in every target country that we have, so that your local people can be trained, your local people can run the networks, design the network, plan the network, and we can really help you go to the next stage. That's really what we would like to do. Next thing is trusted partner. Security in telecom infrastructure is a serious concern. We all know about what's happening around the world. You want to work with a partner whom you can trust. Someone talked about know-how, know-why, we can share everything. This is really what is a core strength that has to be taken into account when you're building the next generation of telecom networks. And last but not the least is future-proofing. 10 years back, telecom was all about manufacturing, it was all about hardware. Today, it's all about software, it's all about design, it's all about knowledge, it's all about IPR. This is an area, silently, trust me, in the last 5 years, India has really gone ahead. We have a Telecom Standard Development Society of India, which is one of the 7 participating voting members who are working on a 5G standard. So we're not just stopping with what is current, but we're looking at future. So you can be rest assured that what you're buying from India is not only world class, it is going to work today, it's going to be there for future. This is really what I would say is the differentiator India brings compared to any other country in the world. We really understand your problem and we have taken a holistic approach to really work with you. High-tech exports, as I said, is priority for India. It's aligned to our core strength in software and design, end-to-end ecosystem, lot of job creation potential both in India as well as in your country. And this is something which we believe is a collaborative approach that we like to do. And right-sized product for emerging markets. It's not like something which has been designed for US or Europe and being retrofitted in your networks. This is the stuff that you would have ideally wanted to build it yourself, and that's what really India has done. And the way our companies have done, for example, many of the companies from India are exporting to, not only emerging markets, we are actually the technology providers to the leading US companies. So that kind of gives you a sense of how well India is really doing in terms of technology. End-to-end solutions, national broadband network, national knowledge network of connecting all the universities, telecom training centers, networks of oil, power, railways, all of these, utilities are getting a new infrastructure. Power grids are getting modernized. Police and security networks are needed. And all of these networks have been done by Indian companies as a solution. So end-to-end, what you need for any of these kind of networks, we have it available out of India. And again, as I said, from application to software to devices, and similarly, as I said, in terms of the ecosystem of companies, we have pretty much in this room and of course in the exhibition that you'll see, companies representing the end-to-end value chain, starting from the passive infrastructure to the active infrastructure to the hardware to the software to IPR as well as the solutions and projects. So this is really where I believe we have a fantastic opportunity to partner together, and we look forward to interest from your companies and anything that we can do as a country to work and be a part of your telecom emerging ecosystem. We'll be very happy to do you. Thank you again.